Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel. And if my scheduling is correct, if you're watching this video instead of a news roundup, it is because I had a longer blackout than I was counting on. So yeah, this is a backup video. We will do a news roundup when appropriate, when everything's back online, etc. For now, you are probably watching this because I'm still in the dark. Or if this isn't being posted on a Monday, I'm just filling up a slot with a video I already made in advance. So, either or, which is why I don't number this video. I don't know which number it's really going to be. So, all of that being explained, let's actually explain why you are looking at a child's block toy on screen despite what you are seeing as the thumbnail and the video title. So, as a very young child who watched the original Transformers movie way too many times, my dad heard me asking over and over for a Matrix of Leadership toy. I wanted to be Rodimus Prime. I wanted that globe in my hands. I wanted to stick my fingers in the little handle holes. I wanted to be able to pull the thing open. And I wanted to be, I wanted to wield the Matrix. I wanted to be Hot Rod. That said, there was no Matrix of Leadership toy. My dad, being the, consummate great father that he has always been my entire life, he found one of these, probably an old toy I had as, like a very young kid. Not this one specifically, but one just like it. It was a toy ball that you stuck shapes into. But the big thing about it is you see the handle on top? In order to get the blocks out, you pull it open and everything spills out from inside. My dad took one of these, dismantled it, and in the middle, he affixed a faucet handle, like a clear plastic faucet handle that looked like a gemstone thing. And he let me have that, and that was, as a kid, that was my Matrix of Leadership. Because I could pull it open, and there's the crystal floating in the middle, right? So, when you're that young, that's good enough for you. I tell you this story because it took 37 years since the launch of the '86 Transformer movie for something I could actually call a Matrix of Leadership toy to actually come out. It's long overdue. We did a video about the Matrix recently about how it's become the Optimus Prime signature trinket instead of Rodimus Prime, the character that the entire MacGuffin was made for in the first place. It's a little bit frustrating if you're a Hot Rod fan like me, because that should be his thing still. But no, Optimus Prime gets it because the death scene is more memorable than the rise of Rodimus scene. But still, it's iconic. It's something that was mentioned all the time in almost every Transformers cartoon. Has some form of the Matrix involved ever since season 3 of the original cartoon. We have a ton of modern Optimus Prime toys, and even some non-Optimus Prime toys, Hot Rods, Rodimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, who come with Matrix of Leaderships. Little tiny ones that fit in their chest and obviously could never fit their fingers into the handles. But that said, despite how important the item is, despite how popular the item is, Hasbro themselves have never released an actual toy of it. Before this year, the closest thing you could get to a Matrix of Leadership toy was a Diamond Select statue. Now, I happen to own said Diamond Select statue. It is a very cool piece. It's a very beautiful Matrix of Leadership. I love that the base is activated by inserting the key to Vector Sigma. It's a great little small touch. It lights up when it's on the base, and it lights up in multiple rotating colors. Once it's off the base, you can carry it around. You can kind of do the finger thing, but it's very small holes. You can't open it, though. It's cold cast porcelain, I believe. Like, it's porcelain or ceramic, one or the other. It's more akin to a statue. So that's all you can really do, is you can pick it up, hold it around like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna kill you, Unicron, and then literally be Galvatron because the thing won't open. But I wouldn't call it a toy because it feels very like weird to hold in your hands. It's heavier than you would expect. Like, I don't feel like I can wield it without potentially breaking it. If you want something akin to an actual Matrix of Leadership toy, this will come up on Amazon. This is a 3D printed Matrix of Leadership, and it's not a bad looking one. I think it's a little bit off. I think they could have done better in some of the detail designs along the handles. And I think the crystal is a little too large and a little bit too prominent here. Yeah, it should be buried a little bit more by the sphere. If you want this, they charge, for the low price of a 3D printed item, $150. Now, they do have an LED built in. They did work it to have an LED light. But, seriously, don't. Do not feed this beast. This thing ain't worth $150. Especially if it comes in the condition that I see there. I see rough edges along the gold where he didn't properly clean from the molds, clean off the mold support, the print support. I see all the print lines in the handle, including like the seam lines from the 3D printer. You can tell where, like, this, what side this is laying on the bed of the printer. It's sloppy. It's sloppy, and if it came in this condition, I would be very upset. Now, if the original creator took the time to actually sand that down and actually get it to present a lot better, because you can do that with 3D prints. You can post-process them and make them look real nice and shiny and smooth. If they did that, I would say, okay, maybe 150, because that's a lot of time and effort to make that nice and polished. But that doesn't seem to be what's going on here. No, instead, I would invite you to go to any of the alternatives you can find all over the internet. There is no shortage of Matrix of Leadership items that you can have 3D printed. Some of them light up, some of them open. Some of them are even based on more obscure designs. If you do not have access to a 3D printer, I'm relatively sure everyone at this point knows at least somebody who has one, and I'm sure your 3D printing friend would be happy to print this out for you, considering it's only 3 colors, including silver and gold, which are likely colors most everyone with a 3D printer would have. I'm pretty sure you'd have a friend who could help you get one of these printed for far, far, far less money. So, yeah, if you're going to go the 3D printed route, if you can't do it yourself, ask a buddy to print off one of these that you like the look of. Do not feed that one on Amazon. No. But it's kind of sad that for the last few years, that's been our only option, right? If you want a Matrix of Leadership, you either get a super expensive statue that's very old at this point, or you 3D print, which means it's not going to look as polished and clean as you'd really like it to be. Oh, we can get this monstrosity. They actually made a full metal replica of this thing. I hate this Matrix design. There's no grandeur to it. It doesn't look special. It looks like a Klingon battle knife. It looks like a piece of shrapnel that got polished. It doesn't look like the symbol of leadership, It also doesn't look like a key, which is really what it is. It's just a key to the Sun Harvester in the second movie. They just attached the name Matrix of Leadership because that's a Transformer term. People, fans will know that thing. It ain't a Matrix. It ain't a Matrix. I mean, beyond things like that, like what are your options? Like, we get little trinkets every now and then. Here's an acrylic pin. Here's a necklace. It's no real effort to actually make something that actually, like, gives you the experience of the Matrix of Leadership that you really want. The closest we have at the moment that's an officially licensed product is a set of bookends. I'm sorry, I don't get excited over bookends even when they are the Matrix of Leadership. Number one, you cut the crystal in half. That's a lot. That's like literally millions of years of wisdom you're just letting spill out all over the bookshelf right now. You know, I don't think your collection of Twilight is going to hold it in. That said, it doesn't look bad if you want it just on a shelf display, but again, I'm missing the experience. I can't pick it up. I can't wear it on a chain like Galvatron did. I can't do the finger thingy. But you know what? Fine. They're bookends. It's whatever. I shouldn't get that upset over it. No, if I wanted to get really annoyed and upset over it, I'd do the gold version because they claim it's based on the Golden Lagoon and the Matrix didn't exist when the Golden Lagoon aired, so screw you. You're just repainting it for the sake of repainting it. That said, I know we've gone a long way into this video without getting to the actual point of it. Yes, there are things out right now that I would call toy replicas of the Matrix of Leadership. And ironically, one of them is all gold because in Transformers 1, the Matrix is gold. This is apparently available now at Walmart's. I don't know, because again, between getting back from California, all the stuff that Project Starcatcher has coming in right now, and the hurricane prep, I haven't been able to get to a Walmart to check for one, because if I found one of these at Walmart, I would buy it in a heartbeat. It's a really, really neat little thing. Now, it doesn't light up. You're really just buying a replica of the Matrix, though it does look very well painted and detailed. You got silver and bits, you got little silver pieces on the handle, you know, a bit of yellow shining through on the buttons. Like, it does look really, really nice, you know? It's got the finger holes and everything. I don't know how big it is. I do not know how big it is, but this is a Culture Fly piece, by the way. Who also produced a sticker set that's apparently available at the same time, and I want that too because it has the Megatronus sticker. Point being, this is available at retail right now. You can actually go get a Matrix of Leadership. And the nice thing about the leadership Matrix in Transformers 1, it basically is the G1 design. You remember that big metal replica thing they did for like press touring and just showing off that was supposedly the Matrix from the movie? No, it looks way closer to just the G1 Matrix, just gold. It looks a lot closer to this, which is fine. I will absolutely accept that. That's okay. But that does mean that you are just a can of silver spray paint away from just having a G1 Matrix that you bought at Walmart, which is the closest we've ever come to that being a thing. There is one step closer now, though this thing seems to be hard to track down. Disguise, the kids in Halloween costume company, made their own Matrix of Leadership. And this actually looks pretty good for a cheap alternative to the Matrix of Leadership. In fact, I have mine right here. So the feel of this is much lighter. You can tell where the plastic is a little bit thinner and softer, you know, because this is designed to be a prop to go along with their Transformer costumes, whether it's your G1 Optimus Prime or the Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. But like any good costume company that sells things to Spirit Halloween once a year, they made sure that it is something that all fans could appreciate. So, G1 fans unite. We have a Matrix of Leadership that you can buy for about $17.50. Or you can do the dumb thing like I did, buy it online because you couldn't find it at any stores you checked anywhere around town, and drop like $35 to get it. But remember, I've been waiting a long time to get one of these. Okay, I will accept it. And because it's just plastic, I don't feel bad swinging it around or holding it like I do the statue. This feels fine. This feels like I could drop it and nothing would happen. So that's a little bit more reassuring to me. Also, light. It's nice, you know? It's even painted gold instead of being molded in gold. So, like, that takes away some, like, gold plastic worries as well. I think it's a really nice alternative. I think it's a really nice, like, simple toy of the Matrix of Leadership. Oh, I can't do the finger thing because there's no holes. But my hands do fit very well inside the handle. So this feels good. Now, all it does is light up. Now, if we really wanted a Matrix of Leadership toy, oh my god, like, how many things would we need it to do? So for starters, you have to do the finger thing. Or at the very least, have buttons to activate finger things. Like, if I can get, like, Judd Nelson quotes by hitting, like, buttons hidden, like, right here in the handle, that would be great. Like, if I hold it like this, I should have buttons here on the thumbs that could play either, like, Rodimus Prime quotes or the touch. One or the other, right? Or, like, if you want to be really morbid, the death of Optimus Prime. You can hear the kids in 86 crying still. You need it to open. That's the trick. Because there are ways of doing that. The trick is the crystal core would have to stay in the middle. And you could do that with, like, a geared and, like, double track system so that when you pull one side, the other side goes in the opposite direction. That would work. But then you'd still have to figure out how to work an LED cable into that so the crystal could still light up when you did it. Ideally, pulling the Matrix open, which might be like, okay, so button here for the touch, button here to release the Matrix in general, to, like, unlock the halves and open it up. But you'd still have to figure out how to get that LED in there so that when you do open it, it automatically starts lighting up. That would be the coolest thing. That would be the coolest thing. Beyond that, yeah, easy stuff like silver plastic for the handles, gold paint for the ball itself, a little bit more attention to detail because these should be silver and whatnot. So, you know, room for improvement, but I think that for a long wait, this is a good first step. This feels nice. If you can find this locally, it's not a bad pickup. And that said, if this does take off, if this actually kind of proves to Hasbro, hey, by the way, collectors want a real Matrix of Leadership toy, maybe buying these up in droves might actually convince somebody that we are here and there is a market. Because I would love to have a fully featured version at some point. And who knows? Who knows? There are a lot of Matrixes out there. Who knows how far we can take this? And you know what? There's a ton on this image right now. I would be absolutely willing to buy. But that is for the future. For now, I'm happy that we just have a start to actual Matrix of Leadership toys. Hopefully it proves that there is a market because I want some more. And that's going to do it for the video today. This is just me just being happy that, like, childhood hopes finally come true. Love it. So, let me know in the comments below if you managed to find this thing, because I had to go and overpay online in order to get one of these things. It's absurd. But let me know in the comments below. I'm actually curious how many people can actually get their hands on it right now. So, that'll be it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.